Good evening, Raider Nation. This is your boy Raider Kojo coming to talk to you about some things. You know what I'm saying? So last Saturday, it was a straight debacle in every level. I mean, the fucking Raiders didn't show up. The Chiefs still own us. Couldn't get the fucking Mahomes. Just, all the shit that I talked about. Like, got one sack on Mahomes, but pretty much he did whatever the hell he wanted to do to us. First drive, we kicked off the ball. And within 3 plays, they were already in our side of the field. I think there was like a 4 or 5 play drive and ended in a touchdown. The Raiders put no resistance on that first drive. So we drove down the field. We had no problem moving the ball, but we only got 6 points out of 3 drives. One drive, there was no points because of another bad decision by our head coach, Josh McDoofus. See what I'm saying? This motherfucker makes bad decisions at the wrong time. You get down in the red zone, the goal line, and you can't score. Can't get in the fucking end zone. You send them only for field goals, so we got 2 field goals, but not before the Chiefs went up 21 to, it was like 21-6. They went up on us. I knew at that point the game was over. So not only did the Chiefs still own us and beat our heads in last weekend, and the Raiders didn't show up and they didn't go out with a bang. They didn't get that momentum. The fucking Chiefs fans took over our stadium. That's fucking pathetic, bro. I was watching it. They kept showing the stands. It was all I saw was red. This is what I'm talking about. We have no home field advantage because we don't have a good enough product, or meaningful games where the nation's going to fork thousands of dollars to go watch the damn game, especially coming from out of town or coming from across the country. You know what I'm saying? You go from Sacramento or LA, you're from Sacramento, it's an hour flight from LA. Even less than that. It's probably like 45 minutes or whatever. I don't know how, but I'm sure it's pretty quick flight. Or if you don't fly, if you're afraid to fly, or if too expensive, you drive. It's about 3-hour drive from LA, and it's about 10-hour drive from Sacramento to Las Vegas. You don't want to spend that kind of money. I know it sucks as a nation that, everybody was selling their tickets to Chiefs fans, getting as much money as possible to go to this game. But, yeah, you don't want to spend that kind of money and go watch that debacle, because the game we played against the Niners and the game we played against the Chiefs was like night and fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Against the Niners, the offensive line allowed no sacks. Against the damn Chiefs, Chris Jones, he was in the backfield. Like, as soon as they said hike, he's in the backfield, already sacking fucking Stidham. So, yeah, Stidham didn't play well in the final game. Fumbled. I think he fumbled twice. He lost one. He threw in a real bad interception. That was just like, throw that shit in double coverage. Like, come on, motherfucker. That was all bad. That was a bad decision on his part. But, yeah, coaching again made some bad play calls. We didn't score in the red zone on the goal line, and only got 6 points. And saying we finally got a touchdown to Hunter Renfrow, I think in the third quarter or early fourth. Shit, I can't even remember. I was so pissed off at that fucking game. It was just an atrocity. Not only to get beat on the field by your most hated rival, but to watch your fucking stadium getting taken over and they call it Arrowhead West. Yeah, it was all bad. The Raiders on defense, they could not stop a nosebleed, period. We need to fix that defense ASAP. Fucking taking over our stadium and then they did like I forgot what the hell, where they did like a little carousel, they came out of the huddle and they spun around and they did a trick play. I forgot what the fuck they called. Somebody named it. I was like, damn, man, they're fucking doing like a video game to us. Just fucking us up left and right. I hate the fucking Chiefs. I hate Mahomes. I everything that represents the Kansas City Chiefs. Fans, media, that bitch ass Nick Wright, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be in the media, but he's a fucking homer like a motherfucker. I mean, when he talks about the Chiefs, it's like, bro, you're supposed to be in the media, you're supposed to be subjective, but no, you could tell he's clearly a Chiefs fan. So I just hate it. I hate that we don't have a good enough team to hang with the Chiefs and hang with some of the best teams in the league. And I'm hoping that changes in the offseason. I really pray that changes in the offseason. Given that we have such a small window with the talent that we have on offense. I mean, I don't want to waste Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, and Josh Jacobs on just bullshit mediocrity. I want to win, but we'll see what happens in the offseason. So yeah, man, the Raiders, that last game of the season, it was a debacle in every way you can think of. I mean, on the field, in the stands. I mean, media was thrashing us. Raider fans selling their tickets because they didn't want to go see that fucking debacle. But anyway, man, so the season's come to an end. You know, we finished 6-11 after going 10-7 the year before and making the playoffs. That is unacceptable. McDaniels and fucking Ziegler, they need to fix that shit in 2023. We Raider Nation is not going to stand for this shit, man. And our fucking owner, that fucking clown, you're going to have the audacity to come out and say that you're embarrassed that the away fans overtake our stadium. What the fuck do you think was going to happen when you decided to move to Las Vegas, a destination city? Okay. And then you're putting a product out on the field that's, obviously the dude that got kicked out, a season ticket holder, a paying customer that comes to your fucking games or comes to that stadium to watch the Raiders and watch those performances. And you're talking about a lot of money. I don't know where he's from, but are you fucking kidding me, bro? You're going to kick out our own fans for having an opinion? I mean, all he said, we deserve better. And we do fucking deserve better. We deserve better from you, the owner. We deserve better from Ziegler. And we deserve better from McDaniel. McDaniel's the fucking head coach. He fucking on by himself by making badass decisions. I think we lost like 4 games this year just because of him. Okay. We lost against the fucking Cardinals because he decided to make a bad play call, and and they threw that the flats to Renfrow, and he turned around and got popped. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? That was your bad. You fucked that fucking play call up, okay? Because we were driving, we were gonna score, and we should have won that damn game. But anyway, you fucked up and you caused us that game. So that's what fans are talking about when we deserve better from your bitch ass. We deserve better. We deserve better from the organization, period. We've been suffering for 39 motherfucking years. Okay. Some people that are born have never seen the Raiders win. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen the Raiders win a Super Bowl like I talked about last week. And a lot of younger fans, anybody born after the year 2000, obviously they were too small to know about the 2000 through the 2002 Raiders. Okay, but even then, all those ended in disappointment. Yeah, they were going to the playoffs. We were winning AFC West titles. But man, we are tired, bro, and we do deserve better. And you fucking kicking out paying season ticket holders just because they have a sign. I could see if it was a fucking, denigrating the team or being real negative, but to say that we deserve better, we fucking do deserve better. Okay. We want a winning product on the field. These tickets are expensive. You know what I'm saying? You go with a family of 4, you're spending over fucking $2,000 easy. Okay. When I used to go to games in Oakland, I could go with a family of 4 and spend fucking $200-300. So the tickets are way high. The product is not good enough. Okay, some of the decision making has been fucking very questionable. So right now, let's hope in the off season that you know what I'm saying, McDaniels, or I'm sorry, Ziegler makes some fucking, you know, brings in some good players, and you know, when we get to the draft, let's see what we do. But you know, so yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. And you know, obviously today we all know Derek Carr did his farewell, you know, to the Raider Nation, did a farewell speech, you know. Um, I mean, the man gave us 9 years of service. I'm always going to be grateful for the times he did great, uh, and even the times he did okay. You know, the bad stuff and the losses. Okay, it is what it is. It happened. Okay, but I'm always going to be grateful for his 9 years of service. And it sucks to see fucking so-called Raider fans out there burning his jersey. Like, what the fuck is that? What are we doing, man? We're not the. I don't even understand why the Cleveland Cavaliers did that shit to LeBron in 2010. Just because he exercised his right to go to another team, you're gonna burn a man's jersey. Okay. First of all, Carr didn't ask to be traded. He didn't ask to be released. He was benched, and the Raiders are gonna move on from him. So if you're gonna burn jerseys, go fuck yourself, bro. I'm saying you're fucking trash. You're gonna fucking burn a man's jersey just because he's gonna be either traded or released by the team. Fuck. Can't stand fucking clowns. I'm gonna burn the jersey because the fucking guy's leaving or whatever. He's not leaving by choice, dummy. Okay? And that's the thing. That's the problem when you fucking have this infatuation with a player. You either hella like them or you hate them or whatever the fuck, and then they leave or they get traded or they get cut. It's like, get over yourself, man. I can't fucking stand clowns like that. Fucking burning a jersey. Like, you go fucking play football and you go through all that shit, and then let's say you decide you want out of that organization for whatever reason because you know they're not winning a lot or you don't want to go through another rebuild or whatever the fuck the case is. And then, you know what I'm saying, you have someone to burn your jersey or, you know, what happened to Stuart Schweiger, you know, at the end of his tenure in 2007. I mean, fucking people, some clowns actually opened the door, like with his family inside the damn vehicle. They open the door and they try to do something. Bro, you come at my family or you come at me like that? I mean, you can come at me, but you come at my family like that? Because you got some type of hatred or whatever the fuck is going on, bad things are going to happen to you. And that's anybody, bro. You come at anybody like that, especially their family, that could be the last thing you do on this planet. So y'all need to stop that bullshit. That is some fucking clown shit. Burning a man's jersey because he did a farewell speech and he didn't do it in person. Okay. That was the situation. It wasn't meant to be. All right. If you're pissed because he went back on his word, and when he said, you know, several months ago when he said he would only play for the Raiders or he's going to retire and play golf, okay, that's how he felt at that time. People change their fucking mind. These are professional athletes. You're not going to just walk away from millions just because, you know, your tenure ended with your current team and you said something before. Who cares? People say shit all the time. He has a right to do what the fuck he wants. So anyway, this jersey burning bullshit, yeah, y'all need to get over yourselves, man. That is fucking trash. That is not a real fan. You're fucking either a wannabe fan, a casual fan, or just a fucking troll. So that's fucked up, bro. Burning a man's jersey, and he didn't even do anything. Okay, he didn't fucking because his family's talking about the Raiders. That's his family. That's fucking dumbass David Carr and Darren Carr and whoever else said something about the fucking Raiders and the Raider Nation. I mean, yeah, Carr should have fucking told him, "Hey, yo, bro, you need to shut the fuck up. Don't talk about, you know, Don't talk about the Raiders, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. But anyway, that's just clown shit on the family's part. You can't hate on Carr for that. So y'all need to stop. Fucking pathetic. I hate that I have to even talk about shit like this. Like we're talking about burning a man's jersey on the day he bid a farewell to the Raider Nation. You know, I'm always going to be thankful for his 9 years of service, whether they were good, bad, average, whatever. So, yeah, fuck anybody that fucking burned a jersey. Y'all suck. So, yeah, man. Now, regarding the draft, okay. So we got the 7th pick. That's excellent. Okay. Remember how, a couple months ago, some of you was worried about when we started winning that we're fucking up our draft position. We still got an excellent draft position. So there you go. You're welcome. We're picking number 7. And now I'm hearing rumors that Carolina Panthers are interested in Derek Carr. Well, if that were to happen where they fucking decide they want Carr and we trade him to the Panthers, and let's say this would be my dream scenario. We trade Carr to the Panthers and we get their number 9 pick. So now we pick in 7 and 9. At that point, the game changes, boys and girls. Because if we pick 7 and 9, at 7, I want to pick the absolute best defensive tackle that's left on the board. Okay. I already know Jalen Carter is going to be gone, but the best defensive tackle that's on the board at number 7, I want the Raiders to pick him. Okay. We get that 9th pick from the Panthers. Then you pick the best linebacker on the board. And there should be a lot of them because I don't think a lot of linebackers are going to go in the first 8 picks. Okay. Based on I know mock drafts and simulators shit, they're projected one way, but they could go another. But based on what I've seen on the team's needs and some of the quarterback heavy teams, we should have a good chance of landing the best linebacker on the board, or the second best linebacker on the board at number 9. We do that, we get the best D tackle left at 7 and the best linebacker at number 9. Okay, our defense is going to improve like that. Like for real. After that, you know what I'm saying? In the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, I mean, we have 11 picks. I don't know if we're going to use all 11 picks. We're probably going to trade some of them, but I say in the 2nd, get the best safety on the board. Okay? It doesn't have to be in this order, but this is how I would do it. I know, Dave Ziegler is probably going to do it 360 degrees different, but let's just say if I was the fucking GM, I'm not going to do actual players because I don't have that kind of time to fucking sit here and study college players like that. But I'm telling you, I would pick the best safety in the 2nd round. Okay. In the 3rd, I'd pick the best corner. 4th, I'm drafting a linebacker because we're going to need 3 linebackers. Okay. We need to replace our entire linebacking core. So we need 3 linebackers. I'm picking a linebacker in the 4th. Okay. And we have 2 picks in the 4th. No, we have 2 picks in the 6th. So I'm picking a linebacker in the 4th, a D tackle in the 5th, another linebacker in the 6th, another linebacker, and a corner. And then in the final round, I'm addressing the offensive line. So I'm doing a right guard or a center, and then a quarterback. But we need 3 linebackers because we need to replace our entire linebacking core. We need 2 stud defensive tackles to actually make our defense relevant where we can fucking sack the quarterback and get a safety and some corners. You know what I'm saying? We basically need to revamp our defense and build it right. Because if TB12 does come to the Raiders, Okay, like I said, he's not the answer if the defense is not fixed. We need to fucking address this defense, and these are the positions we need. We need, if not two, we definitely need one stud defensive tackle in the draft, and I don't know, get another one in free agency, and then two linebackers and a safety. I'm sorry, three linebackers and a safety. That's what the fuck we need in this draft, okay? And then you do need to address the offensive line, right guard or a center, and a quarterback. Now, if Ziegler makes some moves and we get more picks, then you get a right guard and a center and a fucking quarterback. But we just need to get this defense fixed, because if Tom Brady comes here, we basically have like a 1-year window, possibly two. I'm going to go with one. I mean, the man's going to be 46 years old. I'm not counting on someone coming back at 47 years old to play football, whether they think they want to or not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you're that age and you take hits, and based on our offensive line the way it is right now, Tom Brady would take a lot of hits and he would get sacked a lot. I mean, fucking Thurston got sacked 6 times last week by a defensive line that didn't really scare me, like I told y'all. The Niners defensive line scared me. Then we didn't give up a sack. We just gave up a couple pressures. Yeah, 6 fucking sacks last week was unacceptable. Offensive production, unacceptable. Defense was straight atrocious. Straight atrocious, bro. That's some fucking trash, man. Come on. I mean, these motherfuckers were moving the ball on us like it was a video game, like I do on Madden on defenses. So yeah, that shit needs to be addressed. And like I said, I don't trust Ziegler and McDaniel based on what they've done so far, but I have to. We all have to trust them, put our trust in them, and hope that they get the right players in the draft and get some good players in free agency, because we're gonna have a lot of money. I think we have like 60 something million, but one place I saw projected at 70 million. If they release a couple more people. I don't like the fact that we're gonna have some dead cap money. We're paying players that are no longer on team, like fucking Corey Littleton, like Carl Nassib, massive, however fuck you say it. So I hate that shit. That this was Mayock and Gruden's bullshit contract that we're giving to players, you know what I'm saying, in 2019, 2020. We're paying players that are no longer here. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I think that's this year and maybe next year. But then after that, it should be it. No more fucking paying players that are no longer on the team. Because we need all the cap money. We need everything that we can get to bring in talent to this team. So draft is key. Obviously, free agency takes place first. I believe it's March 12th or March 13th is the fucking free agency beginning period. First day of free agency. Yeah, the Raiders need to make smart fucking moves this offseason. Okay, address deficiencies. Last year, they didn't address the O-line. They didn't address, to me, they really didn't address the D-line. They brought in, Bilal Nichols and Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones, it took them, till November to show up to actually, be located somewhere on the field. Okay, we can't have that again. I can't have a player make an impact in fucking November and December. I need them to make an impact in September and October. So they need to restructure. I'm hoping they restructure Chandler Jones and a few other players that, have contracts that are a little high, too much money, but not enough production. Okay. Some of the moves that were made last year were hit and miss, fucking Rock Ya-Sin. To me, he was all right. Okay. Anthony Averett, who was supposed to be the guy that would hang with Tyreek Hill before he got traded to Miami. I wasn't impressed with him at all. I mean, to me, he's trash. Okay. For a fucking professional NFL corner, he's trash. He did, he was more of a liability in coverage than he was a fucking asset. Nate Hobbs had some good games, but motherfucker, you got fucking toasted a lot, like a lot. So either you pick up your play in 2023 or you fucking pack your bags. Get the fuck off my squad. So yeah, man, I'm looking for some fucking solid players to help and rebuild our defense. We haven't had a top 10 defense since 2002. Overall defense, we hadn't had a top 10 defense since 2002. Our defense hasn't been ranked any higher than 20 in the past 20 years. Fuck, that's fucking sad, bro. The Raiders used to have top 10 defenses year in and year out. So, yeah, we need to definitely address the fucking defense, man. Get the right players. Get the, with that first pick, you cannot miss. You cannot reach like you did with Leatherwood or Damon Arnett. I mean, the one that wasn't to reach, he made a bad decision, Henry Ruggs, but you cannot reach. There's no Clellan Farrell, what I'm saying, what type of player at number 7. You need to hit a home run, and you not only need to hit it out of the field of play, you need to hit that bitch in the parking lot. Like, it needs to clear the lights and everything. It has to be a big swing. Yeah, you can't fuck up the 7th overall pick. And if we get like I said, we get that trade with Carolina, we get the 7th, so we pick at 7 and at 9, we're picking hopefully 2 studs, a D tackle, the best D tackle left on the board, and then the best linebacker on the board. And then after that, you just get, all the other, you get the remaining linebackers, 2 corners of safety. Okay, address that. Obviously, you would change one of the, a corner for, like if you find what you think is a stud edge rusher, you know what I'm saying? Truly put a stud edge rusher on the other side of Max Crosby. Because I don't want to wait for Chandler Jones to fucking, not do anything till November, or or worse, get injured, and then we don't get no production at all. But you have to address these knees, Ziegler. You have to, bro. Got to build that defense. Because you build a fucking solid defense, you're going to win a lot of games, even if your offense sputters. I mean, your defense should win you some games by themselves. I want defenses like the damn Ravens and the Buccaneers and, I mean, the 85 Bears, that's like once in the generational defense. But the 2000 Ravens, 2002 Bucks, hell, even the 2020 Bucks, 2007 Giants. I mean, 2007 Giants had a ferocious front 4. That's why they were able to hurry Brady in that Super Bowl, and they didn't go 19-0. They went 18-1. Biatch. So the one was on the wrong side of the column. Instead of going undefeated and popping champagne corks and shit, they got beat because Michael Strahan, Osi Umenyiora, fucking Justin Tuck fucked his world up. Okay? I mean, they fucked this dude up. They pressured him, and he couldn't do what he normally does. That's why they were only able to manage 14 points. You know what I'm saying? So I want a front 4 like that, preferably a front 7. I want a ferocious front 7 that puts so much pressure on the offense and on the quarterback that they don't just pass the ball on us and, go down the field in 3 plays and score a fucking touchdown. I want a linebacker that can cover fucking tight ends. Travis Kelce, again, he torched us last week. So, like, all the shit that I talked about that we have problems against the Chiefs, all that shit happened. Couldn't get to Mahomes. We couldn't cover the middle. We couldn't cover Kelce. And we were even getting burned by motherfuckers. I didn't even know who the fuck 84 was on that first drive. But that motherfucker went straight downfield, right past our little a little fucking corner. Fuck. Robertson. We went past our little corner, bro. I mean, he fucking did a wheel route. He was gone. Meek Robertson was nowhere. He was at least 3-4 yards, if not 5 yards behind him. So he makes good plays, but he's still, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he just gets burned like a motherfucker. And his size is a factor. Okay. It's not a factor all the time, but sometimes, yeah, it's a factor. So that's why I want some tall corners. I want corners that are at least 6'2", 6'3", where you're able to hang with your receiver. You know what I'm saying? Press man coverage, man-to-man coverage. This is the defense that the Raiders used to play, you know, when they had stud corners. You weren't really passing on Raiders back then. So I want to see that shit again. And I want to fucking have a chance to hang with the Chiefs where we can beat the Chiefs so we can start winning some fucking AFC West titles. But yeah, right now, you know, the Raiders are looking at Tom Brady, TB12. I know a lot of Raider Nation is going to be pissed about that. Personally, I don't give a fuck. I mean, you're talking about the GOAT. Yeah, we're all pissed at the Tuck rule. We're never going to forget the Tuck rule. We are, you know, I've discussed this shit before, but I want to win. We all want to win. And I've heard a lot of content creators and people in the chat. We want to win. So fuck all the bullshit. If he comes here, and it sounds like he's coming, or Mark Davis is going to do everything in his fucking power to bring him here, okay? Obviously, Tom Brady's going to talk to Ziegler and McDaniel, and he's going to be like, oh, I want to see what kind of moves you guys make, you know what I'm saying, before I decide to come there. He doesn't have to make a decision right away. He can fucking take his time. Because if the Raiders don't make the moves that he wants them to make, obviously he wants their offensive line to be fixed where, you know, he's not getting sacked every fucking week or pressured. Because Tom Brady doesn't play like Tom Brady when you move him. You know, you move him off his game, you move him off his spot. He fucks up. He does make mistakes. Okay, and then he did that shit this season with the Buccaneers. I watched a few games where he was fucking underthrowing the ball or throwing interceptions because he's being pressured. So he's not going to want to deal with that shit. Okay, so the Raiders have to make some moves to obviously fix the O-line where you're not getting people just as soon as they say hike, they're already on our backfield. Yeah, we can't have that. That is bullshit at its finest. So they need to fucking address that. They need to address the O-line. They need to definitely address the defense. We have to fix this fucking defense. I'm going to pound this in. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat the drums on this until I actually see it happen. Like I said, we haven't been top 10 in 20 years. Fuck, that's just unacceptable. That is unacceptable. And we want change. We want a good product. We want a winning team. Okay. And fuck Mark Davis or whoever, but I'm gonna say Mark Davis made that fucking decision for deciding to kick out a season ticket Raider fan, a paying customer, because he had a sign that said we deserve better. Okay, I understand about the other sign that said, you know, because I think that was the week before, where it's on the other side it said fire McDaniels or bench McDaniels. Yeah, that's bad. You can't have that kind of time, but you could just ask them, remove, you know what I'm saying, the sign. You don't kick the man out, because I heard from someone that he ended up coming back into the game after, he took his sign to his vehicle. So that's some bullshit. That's a bad look. And yes, we fucking deserve better. So if you got people, if you go to a game, we should have a reasonable right to freedom of speech. As long as you're not being derogatory, which he wasn't, all of sit on the sign, we deserve better. And we do, bro. Fucking Raider fans pay a lot of money to go see the Raiders. It costs a lot of money. Plane ticket, game ticket, hotel, food, beer, souvenirs. Like, we have a right. We're paying for something. We're paying for a product. We should have a right to say, you know what I'm saying, if that product is bad and you just keep giving us bad product over bad product and making bad decision over bad decision, fuck that shit. Fucking fix it. Okay? Because you made some bad decisions, Mark, ever since you owned the team, ever since you took over, even though you don't fully own the team. Your mother, Carol, does. But ever since 2011, okay, you took over in 2011. At the end of 2011, you fired our head coach. For what? He had us at 8-8 on the verge of the playoffs. Okay, our offense was clicking. The problem back then, again, it was our secondary defense overall. We in 2011, we gave up the most fucking yards in franchise history. And then your bitch ass is gonna the first thing you do is you fire Hugh Jackson, okay? And then you bring in Reggie McKenzie. Okay, so we get our first real GM in like forever. Okay, and then he brings in Dennis Allen, and our offense in 2012 was trash. Okay, our team was trash. We went from going on the verge of going to the playoffs, where we needed to win that last game, to 4-12, and I'm saying our defense was trash. And in one game, we gave up over 250 yards to a little dude that played for the Buccaneers. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, to me, that was a bad decision. You fired Hugh Jackson, okay? And then in 2014, we start out 0-4, and then you fired Dennis Allen. Yeah, Dennis Allen, to me, he was trash. He didn't do shit with the Raiders. And we did have some talent on the team. Not overall talent. Not on both sides of the ball. We had a couple pieces here and there, but still, he couldn't do anything with the Raiders. He got fired, then Tony Sparano took over. Okay, he tried to do the best he could. He did win 3 of the last 6 games, but the Raiders didn't have like a bunch of talent in 2014. Okay, then you made a smart decision in 2015 by hiring Jack Del Rio. And then Jack Del Rio made a bad decision in 2017 by firing his offensive coordinator, where we went 12-4 in 2016. Our offense was fucking fantastic in 2016. But then in 2017, he fired Musgrave. Our offense sputtered in 2017, and Carr's never been the same after the Redskins game on Sunday night. So we started 2-0. We put up 26 in Tennessee. We put up 45 on the Jets in Oakland. And then that fucking following Sunday, we go to Washington, and the kneeling bullshit happened, or didn't happen, whatever. And Carr was never the same. So I think we got 3 good quality years out of Carr and 6 mediocre years. But anyway, then at the end of 2017, Mark Davis, you fire a head coach. Just because you wanted Gruden, because you've been wanting Gruden for 10 years, and you finally get your dumbass Gruden, and you give him a $100 million 10-year guaranteed contract. And what does this motherfucker do? Fucking tear our team down. First thing he does is tear our team down. Trades Khalil Mack because, couldn't come to an agreement. Everybody keeps saying that we couldn't pay Mack because they paid Carr in 2017. Bullshit. They could have paid Mac. They could have figured out a way. When you have a fucking player of that talent, you pay the man. You give him whatever you want. But I don't think Mac wanted to play for Gruden. So anyway, he tore our team down. So you know what I'm saying. But that's Mark Davis because you decided you want Gruden. You know, because he was nostalgia. He did he took us to the playoffs his first go around, but it still took him 3 years to fucking take us to the playoffs. I mean, when he came in '98, we started 6-2, finished 8-8. In '99, we went 8-8, and we lost 8 games by 34 points. To me, that was probably one of the best and closest as far as overall games that the Raiders played in the entire season. I mean, 8 games by 34 points. That means we could have went 16-0, but instead we went 8-8 and missed the playoffs. Okay, in 2000, we finally hit our stride and we went 12-4. We should have won better than that. Okay, but when we ran into a great defensive team of the Ravens, couldn't really do anything. And then Carr got injured. And so, yeah, he did some good shit back in the day with the Raiders, but his second go around, he was trash. The offense was predictable. If I was a defensive coordinator playing against John Gruden's offense, 18, 19, 20, and a little bit of 21, I could have stopped him because I know exactly what the fuck he's going to do. He was so fucking predictable. It's fucking pathetic. I mean, yeah, sometimes our offense, went off, but other times it sputtered. We were having trouble putting points on the board. And I never wanted Gruden back. Firing Jack Del Rio, that was a mistake. And that was, again, on Mark Davis. Then we all know the debacle in 21 after Gruden he had to step down because of the email, Sriracha took over and took us to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the season, because we lost that playoff game to the Bengals, he wasn't even given a chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I heard that they interviewed him for the head coaching position, but I don't really believe that shit. Anyway, then they fucking decided, I really thought we were going to hire John Harbaugh, but apparently Harbaugh, now this is what they told us. I don't have definitive proof, but they said that he was asking for the world just like Gruden. He wanted full control of the roster and everything. And I guess Mark Davis was not going to do that again. So he's like, nope. And then I thought we were going to get another coach, anybody but Josh McDaniel. But anyway, he decided, I think he hired Ziegler first, and then he brought McDaniel, kind of like as a package deal. I never wanted McDaniel. And a lot of Raider Nation, from what I've heard, they didn't want McDaniel either. Some were okay with it because he won all these Super Bowls in New England as an O coordinator. But he failed in Denver as a head coach miserably. I mean, first thing, took over Denver Broncos, and the first thing he did was trade away Jay Cutler. And then you draft Tim Tebow. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? But obviously the Bronco management okayed this shit. So I guess he had more power in Denver than he does in Las Vegas. Well, I'm glad he doesn't have that power in Las Vegas. You need to stick to being a head coach and let Ziegler be the GM. But both of you need to fucking do your jobs where we have a winning product. You know what I'm saying? Ziegler needs to build the team right, get the damn draft right. That 7th overall pick, like I said, it has to be a home run. Can't be a reach. Can't be a developmental player. None of that shit. It has to be a day one starter. And I'm praying, you know what I'm saying? We got 3 months to the motherfucking draft, or a little over 3 months. Okay, about 3 months and 2 weeks until the draft. unless it's going to be in May again, because I know they've had it in May a couple of times, but usually it's at the end of April. Regardless, we need to fucking hit on that first pick. And if we make that blockbuster trade to the Panthers and get the number 9 overall pick, we can change our defense literally overnight. Because that'd be 2 fucking major positions of need. You know what I'm saying? Defensive tackle and linebacker. And since we do need 3 linebackers, okay, maybe you don't draft 3 linebackers, but definitely you got to get 1 linebacker stud, if not 2, and then, get one in the fucking free agency. But we need a stud in the middle of our defense, man. Our middle linebacker, we have not had a great middle linebacker since I can fucking remember. I mean, to me, the last awesome middle linebacker we had was Kirk Morrison. That was a long time ago. So we need something like that. We need a stud middle linebacker that's probably going to wear the green dot, because since he's the one that makes the calls, the defensive calls and assignments, he has to be good. You know what I'm saying? I want sideline to sideline. I want to be able to cover tight ends, running backs if he has to, fullback, whatever. Anything coming either out the backfield or a fucking tight end coming off the line. So yeah, Ziegler, bro, you better fucking don't fuck this up, because we can't have another. Because if I see another fucking 0-3, 0-4 start, and we're like by half point, we're like 1-7. Yeah, McDaniels is gone, and Ziegler will probably be gone at the end of the season, at the end of the 23 season. You know what I'm saying? If we're just a complete shit show, because Mark Davis, you motherfucker, if you want us to go to the damn games, you want the Raider Nation to black out that stadium, we need a product on the field that's worth going to watch, worth paying for. We don't need the bullshit that we've been seeing. We need winners. I want winners. I want a fucking winning team. And don't kick us out just because we have a sign with an opinion if fucking shit is not going right. Fucking pathetic ass fucking owner. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of you. So I know you don't know football, but yeah, we want a product that's gonna fucking make us go. That's gonna make most of the nation go. Because look, when it was the game, something was on the line in 21 against the Chargers, that final game of the season on Sunday night. That felt like a Raider home game. It was pretty much blacked out. I remember that atmosphere, and I wasn't even at the fucking game, but I could feel it. Watching the damn TV, I could see that it was probably 80% Raider, if not more, 80, 85% Raider fans. So that was our home field for one game, but it was meaningful. It was something was on the line, right? We had to win to go to the playoffs. You have that type of shit, then yeah, we're definitely going to take over. If you're fucking the Raiders winning on a consistent basis, yes, the Raider Nation is going to come. Okay, but you got dedicated fans that have been fans for 50 plus years, like Captain Jack, like fucking Violator, Chaos, Raider Chaos, El Senor, okay, Gorilla Rilla, even Spike Helmick. I mean, he used to go to the games in Oakland. I don't know what he's doing these days. I know he's probably still watching Raider games because he was fucking diehard. But there's diehard fans that have fucking gone to pretty much all the games. But we deserve better, man. We deserve a fucking product that is going to win games. It's going to keep us engaged, keep us interested, okay? We want the fucking Raiders to beat our most hated rival, the Chiefs. I am sick of these bitches. I want to fucking see some wins against Pat Mahomes. Because look, we moved to Vegas in 2020. We have no victory. We're 0-3 against the Chiefs in Vegas. It's unacceptable, man. Go fuck yourself with that bullshit. Give me a winning product, and we will fucking fill up that stadium with Raider Nation. Okay. But right now, the fan base, our fan base in Las Vegas, yeah, they're not there yet. They need to fucking, I don't know. They need to go back and watch Raider games on YouTube and when we played in Oakland. Watch. I wish we could have, I wish somebody would put some shit on YouTube about how we used to tailgate, on both sides of the parking lot, on the north side and the south side of fucking Oakland Coliseum. And when the Raiders are on offense, shut the fuck up. When we're on defense, that's when you make the noise. You guys are like doing the opposite. I'm noticing that shit. And then fucking Captain Jack says that shit all the time when he goes to the game. Violator says it. Yeah, you guys are fucking making noise at the wrong times. Like, shut up on offense. Make noise when we're, what I'm saying? When the other team, when we're on defense, you make noise. When we're on offense, shut up. That's how it's supposed to be. Fucking guys. But yeah, man, let's see what the fuck we're gonna do this offseason. I know every content creator is gonna do a mock draft to a nauseum. I mean, some do like 2, 3 and 1 live, because they use simulators. I don't do that. I'm not gonna fucking sit there and do mock drafts and simulators and okay, we should get this guy here and that guy. My philosophy is this, bro. Get the best player on the board that you actually need. Don't just get the best player on the board instead of taking a position of need. That's fucking retarded. You get the best player on the board that you actually need. And in this case, at number 7, our most pressing need is defensive tackle. Okay. Unless there's a super stud cornerback, you get a corner, but you kind of see our track record. I don't like our track record with first round corners. Hasn't been very fucking good. Not one corner that we've drafted since 2013 is still on the roster. So I don't want to see a fucking first round corner unless they're like a Deion Sanders or a fucking Champ Bailey, Charles Woodson type. I don't want a corner in the first round. But I do want a defensive tackle. I want a stud. I want a motherfucking day one starter. I want somebody that, when we play a team that week, I want the old coordinator to fucking be up all night and not sleep because he's like, how the fuck am I going to stop that guy? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to stop, or how am I going to stop that linebacker? How am I going to stop that D tackle? So I want an impact player, day one starter. After that, start addressing the needs. Linebackers, corners, a safety. And then in later rounds, a right guard or a center and a drafted quarterback so the Raiders can develop. Because I don't think we're going to get like any of the quarterbacks that, the Raider Nation and what I've been hearing want. Not sure we're going to get any of those guys unless they decide to draft Hendon Hooker in the second or third round, which I'm not sure how, we'll see how McDaniels and Ziegler feel about Hendon Hooker. Just get a quarterback later, bro. Address your needs. Address the linebackers, corners, safety, and D tackles. Because we clearly saw that was a straight fucking deficiency, and it's been a deficiency. I mean, last year they went into the season with one starting middle linebacker, and and I get a backup and shit. But one, come on, bro, you need to fucking think. Have your starters and have depth. You don't have depth, you see what happens when a player goes down. I mean, fuck, the last 2 weeks were pretty much a skeleton team. You can't win champion. You can't even get to the playoffs if you have that shit. So make sure this shit is addressed. Please, Ziegler, fucking do your due diligence. Get them scouts out there and get these studs in a Raider uniform. And then if you're like free agency, shit, here's my dream scenario. Okay, so for our quarterbacks, re-sign Stidham, bring in Brady, draft a quarterback. Okay? Or if you don't draft a quarterback, which I don't understand why you wouldn't, re-sign Stidham, bring in Brady, and bring in Jacoby Brissett or Nick Foles. Okay? And you got Brady as a starter. You can actually put Stidham as the second, as the backup, and then put Brissett or fucking Foles as the third stringer. Give me that combination of quarterbacks, I'm good. I'm good with that going into the season. As far as free agents on defense, I mean, Javon Kinlaw, if you can get him, that's one. If you could fucking trade for Daron Payne, you didn't do it last year. I don't know if you can do it this year. Or maybe bring in Xavier Howard. Saying, just bring me fucking studs. I want to see somebody that's fucking awesome at their position that you can count on every fucking Sunday. I'm tired of losing games after having leads. I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see any more blown 17-point leads or 20-point leads or worse. You know what I'm saying? Anything more than 20, I mean, blowing a 20-point lead was unacceptable. Anything larger than that, I want somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened with the Vikings and the Colts. Like the Colts are up 33-0 on the road and you fucking lose the game. I would make everybody take a fucking old ass bus from 1955. I'd make you ride that bitch from Minneapolis back to Indianapolis. Like, no, you're not allowed to fly. I tell security, no, don't let these motherfuckers on the plane. They need to take that old ass bus back to fucking Indianapolis. I don't want to see no shit like that. So I don't want to see blown leads. I want to fucking win games when we have a lead. But I want a great defense or a top 10 defense. I mean, hell, I'll even take right now, I'll take a top 15, but give me 15-10 at least in 2023. I want a defense that the highest the lowest would be ranked is 15. I want it higher though. I want it, like I said, I want it top 10 since we haven't had a top 10 defense in 20 years. But look at some of these free agents. Okay, some you might have to trade for, others you might have to throw some money at. I know Ziegler's not going to spend, he's going to be financially responsible. But sometimes you do need to spend a little bit to bring in stud talent. You know what I'm saying? People that you can count on and know they're going to play hard and they're going to be there. You want reliable players too. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you might have a good-ass player, but he's injury-prone. He can't stay on the fucking field more than, 5-6 games or 10 games. I want reliability. I know, yes, in the NFL, it's a fucking crapshoot. The player might play really good on one team, like Corey Littleton. He was awesome with the Rams. He came over to the Raiders and he was trash. But he also didn't have, on the Raiders, we don't have no Aaron Donald to put that pressure on the fucking quarterback. So Corey Littleton is back there making interceptions and making plays. So yeah, it makes a difference. Sometimes you have that stud up front. I mean, I know the Rams wouldn't do this, but I would do whatever I would have to do to get Aaron Donald in a Raider uniform. I mean, sometimes you have to sell your soul for a title. The Rams did it. Now they're paying for it because as soon as they got injuries, I mean, their shit fell apart quick. So I want a fucking ring, man. And yeah, sometimes you gotta fucking be unorthodox and doing shit. So come on, Ziegler, let's build that defense. Give us a reason. Because Mark Davis is talking about he's embarrassed because our stadium is being overtaken by visiting fans. Then give us a reason to go to games. Give us a product that we can be proud of and want to go watch. Because shit, this season, like I said, I want to go to some Raider home games. I don't know what I'm going to go to yet. I got to see when the schedule comes out. And I also want to go to some fucking road games. I mean, we're going to Chicago. As long as we're not going there, past mid-October, I'll go to Chicago, but I'm not going to go to Chicago and fucking freeze my ass off in 5-degree temperature or less, like November, December weather. But yeah, we're going to Chicago. We're going to Detroit. We're going to Miami. I would love to go see Miami. We're going to Indianapolis. So it's going to be a hard schedule, just like it is every fucking year. We have a lot of games in the Eastern time zone. And yeah, I know about the Raiders' record in the Eastern time zone. I'm sick to death of hearing about our record in the Eastern time zone. But we build this team right, and we get Tom Brady and draft a quarterback so he can learn from. And then we also have Stidham, that knows the system. Then hopefully the Raiders will be a winning product, and since the Super Bowl will be in Vegas in February 24, hopefully we can represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. But a lot of shit has to happen. Got to build this defense, tweak the offensive line to make sure it's going to be solid. And when, in preseason, don't do what you did last year and don't do what Gruden was doing. Play the starters, bro. Play the starters at least one series in every game. Okay, if you're worried about injuries, at least one series in every game. And I know we're not playing in the Hall of Fame, so we're only going to have 3 preseason games this year. Play the starters so they can get acclimated with playing real football. And then when the season starts, it doesn't fucking feel like an extension of the preseason. And I want the Raiders to start hot. I want them to start on fire where we're not doing what we just did in 22. We get to the end of the season, fucking, we got to win now. We need this team. I want none of that shit. I've never liked relying on other teams for help. Number one, to help you get in the playoffs. And then where you absolutely have to win. I've seen quite a few of those games that the Raiders had to win, must win, at the end of the season. They've won some, they lost some. You know what I'm saying? And it's happened, like I said, a few times. I don't want to see that. I don't want to get to the end of the season and having to rely on other teams for help and having us to absolutely have to win or we don't get in. By the time we get to close to the playoffs, I want the Raiders to be resting starters. That way, when they play the last game of the season, they're playing their fucking second and third stringers. And let the starters rest for the playoffs. But it's only January, we got Got at least 2 months until the free agency starts. Got 3 months to the draft. And let's hope that Ziegler and McDaniel make the right decisions. I know Ziegler has the power, so I don't have to worry about McDaniel. I mean, he can have some input, but he doesn't make the decisions, which I'm very happy about because I couldn't fucking stand Gruden having all the power. And you're basically hiring a GM to that has to answer to you. That makes no sense to me. When you have someone ranked higher than you, supposedly in the organization, but they answer to you. But that's Mark Davis' stupid ass decision making. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Either fucking Ziegler and McDaniel are gonna right the ship and get us back to glory and get us in the playoffs where we have a shot to go to the Super Bowl, or somebody gonna get fired. And if we fucking have another bad season in 23, McDaniel should be fired because I don't think, even though Mark Davis said, he's going to be here for a while. I mean, that could be a smokescreen. I've seen coaches and GMs say one thing and then the next thing, the fucking player, or say one thing about a player or a coach, and the next thing you know, that motherfucker got fired. So I don't really, when coaches and GMs and owners say shit, it's just gibberish. It's a bunch of gibberish. That's it. I don't fucking trust anything they say. And I'm not ever going to be disappointed because someone lied to me, because they lie all the time, and there's people that have been pissed off that the management lied to us. Like, have they ever told us the truth? Has any owner, general manager, head coach ever told the truth to the fucking media, to the fans, to his players? No. So get the fuck out of here with that. I'm upset because they fucking lied to us. Who gives a shit? I mean, yeah, we get pissed off, but I mean, to say that you're truly upset that they lied to you, bro, it's a smokescreen. People lie all the time. I only trust a few people, and I can count them on my fucking hand, on my fingers. You know what I'm saying? So, and that goes for a lot of people. They don't none of us really trust other people. We trust very few. It's a very small circle. It's usually your spouse, your sometimes your sibling, sometimes not, and your really good lifelong friends. And so everything else is associates and bullshit. And yeah, I don't trust too many people. So when somebody says something, it's like gibberish. It goes in one ear, out the other. I could give a fuck what you're talking about. Show me. Don't tell me, show me. Don't tell me you're going to do something and then fucking we do something else. Show me. Show me results. Show me that you can actually, this is your second off season. So you got all the resources just like last year, but last year you didn't address shit. So show me Ziegler and show me McDaniel. And Mark Davis, your ass don't fucking interfere. Just stay in your office, you know what I'm saying? And eat your PF Chang's. But, yep. That's it, man. Show me. Don't tell me, show me. Show me results. And we'll be discussing this, as we go throughout the offseason. We'll see what the Raiders are doing, what kind of moves they're making. Because I'll be able to tell by the draft what kind of team we're going to have in 2023 if we've made the right moves up to that point. If we make dumb moves, then we're going to be mediocre. That's facts. And yeah, it's going to suck. It's going to be another wasted year, but Yeah, they need to make the right moves in order for us to be competitive and win fucking football games in 2023. Yeah, man, but that's about all I got right now, Raider Nation. I'll be coming at you, so I'll be doing a video once a week. Usually for right now, it looks like I'm doing it on Thursday nights because of how my schedule is. So because I do my I go on Raider Ben's Black Saturdays, or at least I try to make most of them. I haven't been on all of them, but I try to make most of the Black Saturdays because that's where we talk our shit and we don't just talk football, we talk everything. So, and we have some shit to talk about. I know Ben got some shit to talk about. I got some shit to talk about. Ern's probably gonna have some stuff, but yeah, we have some people to fry and some real bullshit to talk about. But anyway, man, remember to kiss and hug your loved ones because yesterday is history, today is now, and tomorrow's a mystery. And live every day like it's your last. Because you just never know, bro. Anyway, Raider Nation, I'll come at y'all with another video next time. Peace.